All right, what is up, you dirty motherfuckers? This is the Unfiltered Sports Talk Podcast, and I'm here with my good friend, good woman respecter, hooker respecter, CEO Top Dog. Say what's up to the people.
Yeah, what's good, peasants?
Today's podcast is going to be short. CEO has to go to court for some unanswered hookers that went missing tomorrow, so we will make this short. We're just going to do the week 2 predictions, and we're going to talk a summary about the Bills and the Rams and the domination that happened on Thursday night,
Oh my
which was,
God.
by the way, the lowest rating Thursday night football game since 2018 with the Falcons and Eagles.
Oh, really? That's actually
Yes.
a bad sign considering those are actually two teams people actually want to watch. So that's actually not a very good sign for them. Because if it was some like Detroit versus Philadelphia shit, at least I would understand kind of. But yeah, it's definitely bad.
Actually, the Rams don't have a big fan base, even with winning that Super Bowl. So it was basically a home game for the Bills.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Rams don't have a fucking fan base. All they do is just fill up the stadiums with free tickets to the celebrities they give in Hollywood.
Yeah, but we can talk about that during the summary. But you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right, so week 1 is going to be happening tomorrow, but we're going into week 2. We got the Chiefs and the Chargers. One of CEO's favorite players, Justin Herbert, will be playing against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are favored to win. Who do you got, CEO?
I hate both of these motherfuckers. But I believe more in Patrick Mahomes than I do in Justin Herbert, so I'm just go with the Chiefs for this one personally because even though the Chiefs arguably got weaker in the offseason,
Yeah.
I just think that they're just a better run team than the Chargers are, and I feel like Mahomes is going to have to be a little bit smarter in the way he decides to throw the ball. So I think that it's going to be to his advantage to some degree. I just think that they're going to win, and the Chargers are going to look great, but they're going to come up short as usual. So I got the Chiefs.
First of all, I want to say I don't know if I said this on stream, but I think it was me, you, YTC, TRL, and some other people were in the stream. I don't remember what stream, and I said Patrick Mahomes will be better. I want to rephrase my words. I feel like Patrick Mahomes will grow more without Tyreek Hill. Because let's be for real, Tyreek Hill was a safe valve for Patrick Mahomes. They played too much backyard football. Like, okay, my first and second read's not up there. Just tell Tyreek to run as fast as he can. I'm going to throw it up to him. Now you can't do that this year. Now you actually have to make your reads, throw the ball away, make some check downs. And I feel like that's going to make Mahomes a better quarterback because, he's going to have to learn that because even if Tyreek Hill stayed, he was going to have to grow without him anyways. Right. So with that being said, I think I got the Chiefs in this one. I think Mahomes takes that extra step. Now, of course, Mahomes is going to have a Mahomes year, 4,000 yards, 35 to 40 touchdowns around there. But I feel like he will grow this year, and I picked the Chiefs. But it wouldn't shock me if the Chargers won this because I'm going to be for real. I don't think the Chiefs have that many good players on defense, and they lost Tyrann Mathieu too. So,
okay, yeah,
I will pick the Chiefs.
Now,
here's an interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, if you want my opinion for the Panthers and Giants game, please check out my Giants preview. But since CEO is here, we got the Panthers at the Giants. New York favorite to win. Who you got?
I think this is one of the teams. I think I got the Giants winning this one. I got the Giants. I think
New York.
Yeah, New York. Yeah, I got them. I think this is one of the games that they're going to look good in randomly because the Giants have some like sporadically throughout the season one of those games where they look coherent as a team. So I think this is one of them. I don't think the Panther. I know Baker's an upgrade over disgusting Sam Darnold, but I think the Giants with the defense. I think they have upgrades on the defense. I think the receivers. I think Tony's going to take a big step this year. I think they have enough firepower to put away the Panthers personally.
So CEO's picking his favorite player Daniel Jones to win a game. Wow.
I think the receivers are going to take a big step up. I think that's going to help them. So yeah, I got Jones.
So we move on to the Patriots and Steelers. New England favored to win. Who you got?
I got the Steelers winning this one. Simply
Really?
Simply because I mean the Patriots. I feel like I know this might be offensive to some people, but I feel like Mitch Trubisky and like Mac Jones are kind of like the same quarterback. So I feel like the Steelers have more weapons. I feel like the defense is better, in my opinion, and I feel like since it's at Pitt's home, I feel like this is going to be favored by the Steelers. I think it's going to be a close game. I have the Steelers winning by like 3 points.
I'm going to pick the Steelers too, honestly, just mainly because of defense. I mean, it's Mitchell Trubisky versus Mac Jones. They're basically the same player.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Mitchell can run a little bit more. And honestly, it's just going to be what defense can stop the offense more. And I feel like the Steelers have the better defense. Now it's going to be up to Tomlin to not fuck it up. Tomlin to not fuck it up because he always gets in his way for some reason. But I got the Steelers. I feel like they got the better defense. I feel like they have a better team, to be honest with you. So
yeah, I feel like that the D line is going to definitely pressure Mac Jones to making some mistakes. So I got them.
And we're going off of Belichick to one of his disciples, Mr. Tom Brady. We have Brady versus the Saints. Tampa Bay favorite to win. Who you got?
Yeah, I think this is accurate. I mean, even though this is one of those upset type games, I feel like I have the Bucs going just because they're just the better team flat out. But this is definitely one of those upset type of games. But I'm gonna have to go with the Buccaneers and Brady. I think that they have everything that they need to put away the Saints. They have the superior quarterback. They have the superior receiving core. I think they have the superior defense, especially with all the injuries the Saints are dealing with. So I'm gonna have to go with the Buccaneers, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints manage to upset them. So I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
I'm going with the Saints.
Okay.
On the simple fact, now this is all predicated till tomorrow.
Right.
I feel like the Bucs will win, but there's something telling me, especially with all of the Brady controversy going on with Giselle and stuff like that.
Okay.
Brady will either win tomorrow with the skin of his teeth, so maybe by field goal, game-winning touchdown, whatever, and then they'll let it down during the Saints. Which the Saints, he hasn't beaten the Saints. He's like 1-4 against the Saints.
Okay.
Since he's been with Tampa Bay. And I feel like the Saints are confident against him. They're kind of like the Miami Dolphins. Back when Brady used to verse them, they always just find a way to fucking beat them.
Okay.
So, I mean, and then honestly, just with all the controversy with Tom Brady and Giselle, that's going to be on his mind, especially with him coming out saying that he's depressed and stuff like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither, but
Brady can have any bitch that he wants in the world, but it is what it is. But I got the Saints in an upset.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's why I said I could see it being an upset type game, definitely. So,
and we're gonna go. Probably this should be the late night game. The Jets versus the Browns, and Cleveland is favored to win.
Yeah, I mean, this is two fucking dog shit franchises, but I think that the Browns, with I think their core who's a starter. This is Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett. Yep.
Yeah, I think like it's Flacco. Is Flacco going to be playing this game?
Right? I know he's starting tomorrow. They said Zach Wilson's injury wasn't bad and he could start week 1, but I guess they're taking cautionary. Presence. So, but Flacco starting this week. I don't know about week 2.
Okay, listen, it doesn't really matter because it's Zach Wilson. It's not like it's a really much of an upgrade. I mean, like he's not even known for his football skills. The only thing he's known for is fucking old ladies. So I'm gonna have to go with the Browns, even though I hate that franchise. Everything they have is way better. Like the defense is better.
Running backs, receivers.
They have everything except the quarterback, and that's why they got Deshaun Watson for that same reason. So Jacoby Brissett's not a bad quarterback. He's definitely not like a starting caliber quarterback, but he's definitely one of the better backups in the league.
Yeah.
So I think that he can hold it down versus a team like the Jets. So I think he's going to have a pretty good game in this one. So I got to go with the Browns.
Before I give my pick, New York, can we please get rid of the Jets? Like, I am so sick and tired. Like, okay, the Giants, keep them. The Bills, keep them. The simple fact that I have to sit here, like, the fucking 49ers and the Bears are playing tomorrow, and you're putting the Jets and the Ravens on. And then the second game is Philly and Detroit. Can we just get rid of the Jets? They all for nothing. Let's move them to fucking St. Louis wants to team. Just take the Jets, please.
Damn.
You know, just fuck the Jets. I never. There's not that many Jets fans here anyway. So
no. I don't think I know any Jets fans personally.
And I think CEO even said Joe Namath is overrated anyway. So
yeah.
With that being said, I got Cleveland winning this. Honestly, I feel like Cleveland. I mean, at this point, I think Brissett is better than fucking Joe Flacco and fucking Zach Wilson at this time. And honestly, just Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb they'll probably just run the fucking ball out and get the win, especially if they do lose week one. Because I feel like the Browns are trying to maybe push for a wild card and like hold tight until Deshaun gets back.
Okay.
So I feel like that's a safe one. When we go to CEO's team, the Dolphins at Baltimore. Baltimore favorite to win.
Okay, so ironically enough, I actually have the Dolphins winning this game.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I have the Dolphins. Simply, this is another upset type game. I think this is my upset for the week. Simply, if it's the Miami thing, it's like there's some Miami effect, like unknown Miami effect, where it's like the Ravens usually beat the dog shit out of the Dolphins. Last time we played, they beat the dog shit out of us.
Lamar's MVP year 2019.
Right. I mean, so I don't know. It really goes back and forth, and I feel like this just might be one of those games because Lamar's going to Florida. People are going to talk a lot about the Dolphins wanting Lamar.
No, it's in Baltimore.
Oh, it's in Baltimore. Okay. Yeah, but the media's still going to be talking about that shit. But I don't know. I just feel like it's an upset. I'm not confident in my pick, but I would just say that I don't know. I feel like Marlon Humphrey's a good corner, but I think he shines with possession receivers. I don't think he's going to match up well against Tyreek Hill. They probably might not even put him up against Tyreek Hill because that's how. And Marcus Peters, I don't know about that. So I feel like this could be kind of like a whole fucking Jalen Ramsey type Stephon Diggs bullshit. So I feel like this could be one of those things with Tyreek Hill. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on this one just for the upset, personally.
Now, it's no secret if you watch my stream, my 2K stream, me and CEO have a $200 bet that the Ravens will make the playoffs. I still stand strong about that. I kind of want to, I might actually watch that Jets and Ravens game just to see how Lamar looks and see how that team looks. Yeah, but with that being said, I will be picking the Dolphins on the simple fact I still don't believe in the Ravens themselves. Marlon Humphreys and Marcus Peters are both coming off ACL tears, and we know what happens to cornerbacks when they come off ACL tears. They're either not the same or it takes them a year to recover. Look at Darrelle Revis. And then, even Darrelle Revis coming off his ACL tear, he was never the same. And Richard Sherman, he was a total shell of himself. And you're going up against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And Marcus Peters, and neither is Marlon Humphreys, are known for their speed. I don't know about Marlon Humphreys, but Marcus Peters, I know he's not known for his speed. And he's coming off an ACL tear. But, and then J.K. Dobbins coming off an ACL tear, I think, too.
I think so.
I don't know. The Ravens, I know they're coming back with all their pieces, but all those injuries, man. And then running backs coming off ACL tears, too. Jesus. But, I got the Dolphins. And also Lamar Jackson.
The left tackle also coming off an ACL. Jesus.
Yeah. But, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah, Lamar, he's coming off injury, but, I'm not really worried about his injury.
Like, there might be, like, rust on the team, like you said, due to injury. So, I don't know. We'll see. This is one of those upset games of the week, personally, for me. So I think
And also with that Russ, you can't have Russ in this fucking conference. The conference is going to be hell this year. Like there's going to be a lot of teams
yeah,
gunning.
there's definitely
So
going to be one of those like you're always going to have like there's so many competition. There are going to be teams that are predicted to do well the off season and then just bust out the season. So we'll have to see. But I don't have confidence in Tua, but I'm assuming that the coaching staff, who's the coach again?
that weird like black and white guy that looks white.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, him. I don't have confidence in him either, but I'm just assuming that fucking my corners are going to get burnt, and even Tua's lame ass could probably get the ball to them. So I'm gonna go with that. And I'm not sure about the Dolphins' defense. I don't recall their defense,
I think their
but
defense was good last year, but once again, that was under Brian Flores, who's a defensive mastermind. So
right. So I think we'll see. I think it's going to be an offensive game.
I don't see. I don't see. I'm not so sold on the Ravens offense. Lamar, and I like Lamar too, but just him, and then also going to what I was saying, his off the field problems with the whole contract and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know how that's like. If I'm assuming that he's going to take it personally and do well, but I don't know how.
Or he might take it personally and say "fuck the Ravens." So I mean, we never know. I mean, Lamar
Right. I
does.
mean, but I feel like it benefits him to ball out because even if it's like fuck the Ravens, I feel like he'll want to ball out so he can at least be a prime target to get paid somewhere else.
But even if he balls out, I mean, your receiver. I mean, I know you hype up Rashad Bateman, but I don't see him being that good. Then also,
No, I just think he's going to run fuck him to a certain degree. I feel like so he'll do that with some teams, but he's not going to be able to do it.
I feel like the Greg Roman scheme with Lamar and stuff is. I feel like the league's caught up to it. I don't know why you guys haven't got rid of that asshole yet.
Greg Roman. I don't know why the Ravens.
Like I honestly thought you guys fired him, but me and my manager were talking. Said Greg Roman. He even said because I was telling him about our bet. I said, yo, me and my boy bet 200 at the Ravens. He said, I could see that because Greg Roman's not. I'm like, they still got fucking Greg Roman? I thought they fired his bitch ass.
Yeah, I wanted him fired a long time ago. Is the Ravens have an issue where they treat their front office and coaching like I guess I mean that's why they're a stable franchise, but at the same time it's like sometimes they're late to get rid of like bad coaches, and that's what kind of pisses me off. So Greg Roman not only hampers Lamar, but I don't know. I just feel like there could be a good chance he leaves, but we're going to talk about that like next week. So
yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah, I was about to say let's not get into it, but I will pick the Dolphins for this week 2 matchup, and let's move on to the Colts and Jacksonville. Indy favorite to win.
Yeah, I'll pick the Colts. Jaguars are. I mean, even if they took a slight step up, I still see them losing this game. On the simple fact that I feel like the Colts are just a better run team. The Jaguars have Doug Peterson, who I think is vastly overrated as a head coach. I feel I have more confidence in the Colts right now where they're at with Matt Ryan. Like we have to see, maybe Trevor Lawrence will take a big step forward, but I think he'll have a decent year, but I don't think it's going to be something where people are going to be like, oh yeah, that's why he was the number 1 pick. So I got to go with the Colts.
I agree. I will go with the Colts, but I think this game will be a lot closer. This is Frank Wright versus Doug Peterson. People forget about that. Frank Wright versus Doug Peterson. I feel like they know it. I know they know their schemes very well, but I will pick the Colts in a close matchup. And I think Doug Peterson, I think I said this last week, Doug Peterson is a big upgrade from Urban Meyer, which is not really saying much, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. He's a Super Bowl winning champion. Fuck Brady for letting the Eagles win, by the way. But yeah, I will pick the Colts by a close game. And I just want to say, and Trevor Lawrence, I think he takes a good step in the right direction. But let's move on to this great matchup between the Washington Commanders, aka the Washington Redskins, and the Detroit Lions. Washington favored to win.
Yeah, this is one of those games I want no business watching or keeping track of.
Bro, this is a great matchup, CEO.
No, this is garbage. I'm gonna have to go with the Commanders, obviously, because Lions are the Lions. Just they stink up everything. They're laughing stock, probably the worst team in NFL history. I got to go with the Commanders, even though they got fucking washed up Carson Wentz. I think that they'll be able to pull it out. They still got Terry McLaurin. I think their defensive line is pretty decent. I think that they're going to be able to hold off the Lions. I mean, the Lions, who do they have on defense with? Like Hutchinson, the rookie? I mean, I think Commanders are probably going to win this game pretty fairly. So I got them.
I got the Lions. Honestly, just off the simple fact that Carson Wentz will throw like 3 picks and win the game. And honestly, bro, I might just say this just to say it. It would not shock me if this game came down to a tie.
Okay.
Like honestly, like just the Carson Wentz is just so bad. He's kind of in like that Blake Bortles category where it's like when I watch him play, it's like actual cringe, and he'll just throw the dumbest interceptions ever.
Yeah.
So I honestly got the Lions in an upset. I mean, if the Lions beat the Commanders, would you or the Redskins, would you honestly fucking be shocked?
No, I wouldn't be shocked, but I still think the Commanders are a slightly better team than the fucking Lions. But I mean, they're still a shit run franchise, so I wouldn't be totally shocked. So
now we don't know who's starting. If Terry McLaurin. No, what's that asshole's name? Who's that fucking quarterback that started last year?
Jared Goff?
No, for the Redskins. Oh my god.
What's Tyler Heineke?
Yeah, if Tyler Heineke starts, then I might pick Washington. But just honestly, Wentz is just so fucking god awful that I feel like he'll give the Lion like a few pick sixes and shit.
All right.
And we have Seattle versus the 49ers. 49ers favorite to win.
Listen, I would love to pick against the 49ers because fuck them. But the Seahawks without nobody. Basically, it's like they have nothing. It's like it would have been like Seattle Sonic without fucking Katie. Like it's nothing. I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers. Like everything about the 49ers, I think is better. I don't think the Seahawks have any advantage in almost any position. They're a barren team. Maybe if they had Russell Wilson and nothing else, maybe they can squeak out a win. But they just don't have nothing. And even Trey Lance, who's an unproven quarterback, is probably 95% still better than fucking Drew Lock. So I got to give it to the Niners.
I'm giving it to the Niners, but this is going to be an interesting game. This is going to definitely predicate. This is in San Francisco. If Trey Lance balls next week, if Trey Lance balls tomorrow, and there will be no hostility in 49ers. But if Trey Lance, if they somehow win, or if God forbid if they lose, I feel like there's going to be a lot of "we want Jimmy" chants in the stands. So, but I will pick the 49ers to win this game.
Okay. All right.
And then we have the Falcons versus the Rams. LA favorite to win.
Okay, listen. I just wanted to make it know, fuck the Rams. All right. We can go eat a dick. All right, fuck them for making us look like retards.
CEO's favorite team in the AFC, so that's why he's mad.
They can go eat a dick. Fuck LA. Fuck the Rams. Fuck all y'all niggas. But even though I want to pick against you for being bitches, you're going against the fucking Falcons, all right? So I see this as the first win of the season because the Falcons are the fucking Falcons and they have nothing they have nothing. So I feel like I'm gonna have to go with the Rams. They lost to a good Bills team, but I don't see the Falcons doing the same. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
You know what? I'm pick the upset. I'm gonna pick the Falcons.
Oh,
I feel like
the Falcons. It's over.
I honestly feel like for some reason I just feel like the Rams by week 3 to 5 they'll start picking up steam. But honestly, just looking at them, we're gonna get into after this. Honestly, just looking at them, they're just so sluggish on fucking offense. It's not even funny. Besides Cooper Kupp, I mean, and Sean McVay being an idiot, like he's not starting Cam Akers. He never lets his players fucking play during the preseason. Like, I just feel like the Falcons, and then I don't know, for some reason this is just telling me like the Rams are gonna be like 0-2, but then they'll pick up steams toward the end. But I'm picking the Falcons. I could be wrong about that, but it is what it is.
All right.
Then we move on to the great game between the Texans and the Broncos. Denver favorite to win.
Okay, yeah. This is, I kind of made jokes about the Falcons and the Seahawks being barren teams, empty teams, but like the Texans are the definition of a team with nothing.
So you're saying if you look it up in the dictionary, you'll just see a picture of the Texans?
Yeah, they are the exit. They're just the teams with like college dropouts at this point because they have nobody, absolutely nothing. It's barren. The franchise is probably looking to tank. They got nothing. So I'm just by that. Even if the Broncos didn't have Russell Wilson at that point, I would probably still pick the Broncos if they had like Teddy Bridgewater or some shit. But
Agreed.
they have Russell Wilson and a shit ton of weapons. So obviously, it's an easy pick. Denver.
I'm gonna pick Denver. I'm actually interested to see how Russell Wilson plays with Denver. We're gonna see that Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean the Texans. You guys don't have shit. I mean,
Nope.
Let's move on, man. Fuck the Texans. Let's move on to the Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders are favored to win.
Okay, I'm perplexed that they're favored to win. Like, I mean, like I can understand to some degree, but I thought the Cardinals were favored to win. But
the Cardinals were missing like three of their like starting wide receivers. So
okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here. I feel like the Cardinals, even if they don't have all their receivers intact, they're probably gonna start off pretty hot as usual, and probably flame out towards the end of the season. But they're gonna start off pretty hot, and I don't think the Raiders have. I feel like Derek Carr is probably gonna fuck up a little bit in the game and make some mistakes that the Cardinals are gonna capitalize. So I'm probably gonna have to go with the Cardinals.
Fuck Derek Carr, man. I still hope you die somehow. You ain't shit, bro. I don't like you. Devontae Adams, you're dumb as fuck for leaving. Aaron Rodgers. John Gruden was a disaster. Josh McDaniels, I don't know why the hell you're still in the NFL, bro. You got caught cheating. You're a horrible coach. Like, I don't know why the fuck you're still here. And I'm going to pick the Cardinals on the simple fact that I like Kyler Murray. But, yeah, but the Raiders are fucking garbage. I don't want to get into a Derek Carr rant. CEO doesn't have that much time. Let's move into one of CEO's favorite teams, the Bengals and the Cowboys. Dallas favorite to win. It's in Jerry's world.
Okay, this is a hard pick for me. Because I think these teams, at least in the regular season, I feel like they can battle out pretty well. Yeah. So they're a team with competent quarterbacks, good receivers, pretty good defenses. But I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys. I think this is gonna be one of those games that the Bengals are gonna lose. It's in Jerry's world. I feel like the Cowboys are gonna win. I feel like they're gonna win this game by like 3 points or something. It's gonna be a close one.
I'm trying to hold back my fucking throw up because I don't want to throw up all over my fucking laptop, but I have to unfortunately agree with you. I feel like the Cowboys will lose next week in close game, and that will make them even hungrier to come out in Jerry's world to win against the Bengals. Just honestly, I feel like the Cowboys, I feel like both offenses are evenly matched.
Yep.
But the defense, I'll give to the Cowboys. And honestly, I have to say the fucking Cowboys are going to win this game. Oh, man. I hope Joe Burrow fucking pulls it out. But if I had to put my gun to my head, I would have to. Well, of course. I mean, I'm a Giants fan. So I will have to pick the Cowboys, even though it makes me sick. And week 2, my fucking coworkers are going to give me hell because they're all fucking Cowboys fans. But let's move. Are you fucking okay? NFL, man. Why do you?
Why do you? Yeah, I agree with you. Why, bro? Like this game hasn't been competitive since like the 90s.
This game hasn't been competitive ever since like Brett Favre came into the league.
Like, nah, this is retarded. Like, you stop putting. Yeah, you know what? I'm good with you. That way we can put up a stream and then just laugh at the Bears and Michael's misery all fucking night long. So I'm good. Actually,
no, I can't do that because Michael's gonna post a video of him humping the fucking bed again. Oh my god.
Yeah, but obviously, we don't need to even explain our picks. Like, we don't even need to like. We cannot say who we're picking, and everybody knows who we picked. So that's how bad it is.
Listen, man, I can't stand this great rivalry. This is not a great rivalry. The Bears ain't shit.
It's trash. It hasn't been competitive for a very, very long time. Aaron Rodgers is going to kick the dog shit out of Justin Fields and the fucking Bears. It's not even going to be funny.
It's so fuck it. Anyway, let's move on to the Titans and the. Oh.
All right.
Wait, hold on. What game is this? We have 2 Monday Night Football games. Week 2.
Really?
Yeah, it says Monday, September 9th. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
On ESPN and ABC, but let's just talk about it. If that is wrong, someone in the comment section let me know. But Titans and Bills favorite to win.
Fuck. I hate this. The Bills look really good, so I'm gonna have to go with the Bills. I think the Bills are gonna be a tough ass team this year. I don't believe the Titans. Like, who the fuck do they got? Fucking Ryan Tannehill
and Derrick Henry. That's it.
And Derrick Henry. I don't predict him having a good season this year. I think this is the year he's gonna flame out and get old. So I'm gonna go with the Bills just because they got a better quarterback, better receivers, better everything. The Titans don't even have AJ Brown at this point. Like, no, I'm gonna have to go with the Bills.
Really don't. No, we're gonna talk about the fucking team that has AJ Brown. But yeah, the Bills. I mean, Titans. You guys, whatever. Anyways, Vikings and Eagles. Philly favorite to win.
Okay, so this is in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually harder than I thought because you have 2 mid-ass quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You have elite receivers.
On both sides, yeah.
So they're very similar teams, actually. If you start,
you have 2 hit and miss defenses too.
Right. So this is actually not a bad like primetime game, but with the simple fact that the Vikings have like little fan base is probably what makes it bad. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Simply because I think that Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson has had a while to marinate that relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that they're going to be on step, no problem. Kirk Cousins has been there for a while now. We know what he is. I think Hurts, this is going to be, I guess, like a prove a year for him. So I don't like it'll be the first year with AJ Brown. I feel like they're going to have some struggles. Hurts isn't really a good, like, he's a mid-ass quarterback in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Eagles are doing everything they can to put weapons around them.
Yep.
By the way, Ravens, you should take note of that, by the way. Even though he's a mid-ass quarterback, so I give him credit for that. But at the same time, I just feel like Hurts and Kirk Cousins are in the same realm, but I feel like Kirk is just a more polished quarterback at this point. So I feel like he's going to take better advantage of the weapons he has over Hurts. So I got the Vikings.
With that being said, I'm picking. This is really gonna make me throw. I'm picking the Eagles. Honestly, now once again, if I'm wrong about this, if this is 2 Monday Night Football games, which is very weird on 2 different programs, let me know if I'm getting this wrong. But it does say Monday, September 19th, so I'm assuming this is it is what it is. But
I mean, this is the definition.
I'm picking
of too much football. By the way, I just want to put that out there. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm picking the Eagles, honestly. Kirk Cousins is like 0-4 in primetime games, or 1-4 in primetime games. And it's Kirk Cousins in a primetime game. Now, this was like a regular 1:00 game. I think it will be, or a regular 4:00 game, depending on where it is. If it's not primetime, that I might give the Vikings a better shot. But honestly, Kirk Cousins going back to Philly, I have to give it to fucking the Eagles, even though I'm going to be rooting for the Vikings.
Right.
Shout out to my uncle and my cousin who are Vikings fans, but I have to, gun to my head, I have to give it to the Eagles. Just Kirk Cousins, he is, for some reason, he's just allergic to fucking primetime games.
Not only that, I feel like he does suffer from that Derek Carr syndrome, where it's kind of like why is he even there? You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, I feel like
Kirk is one of those
I don't know. I
quarterbacks.
feel like he's.
Okay, go on.
I don't know. I feel like he's better than. I mean, yeah, I feel like he's better than Carr. I feel like he has a better arm. He puts up better numbers than Carr. But he doesn't really inherently like annoy me because like people know what Kirk Cousins is. People actually know what Derek Carr is, but for some reason they tell us, oh, they need to do this and do that, and he's a good quarterback. It kind of annoys me. But go ahead to what you were saying.
No, but I'm saying like we know what he is, but it's kind of one of those things where like you can do better. You know what I'm saying for the Vikings. But
Agreed.
I guess he keeps their franchise stable. But again, I wouldn't wake up happy every Sunday if I was a Vikings fan wanting to watch Kirk Cousins play. I'm good with that. I'll pass.
Yeah, fucking agreed. But and also just the way that he plays in prime time, just nah. I'll just take my chances with Philly, their defense, and honestly, their fucking you know, just their team, honestly. But yeah, and so that is week 2 in the books for me and CEO.
All right.
Now let's talk about the Rams and the Bills. Now we can sit here and see the Rams and the Bills, not a very entertaining game in the fucking
No, I thought it was
first. I
going to be
mean,
a
the
lot
second
more
half.
competitive. Apparently not. That was
But
going to be
what's your thoughts, takeaways? What's your thoughts and takeaways from the Bills and the Rams?
like I'm a little upset because I was just like even if they lost, I wish it was a little bit more competitive. Just for the simple
Yeah.
fact that this all it does is going to confirm the narrative of the Bills, and that's going to suck balls, and the fucking Rams made us look like fucking retards. So I'm gonna have to my takeaway is that the Rams are, like you said earlier, I feel like they are a team that just start off slow every year. Like
Yeah.
they always do that for some fucking reason. So I feel like they are going to heat up. I feel like they're rusty. Where I think the Bills are like they're going to be fire right off the gate, and
Mm-hmm.
they might cool off a little bit at the tail end. So I feel like they're reverse teams in that aspect. But I don't like what I saw from Matthew Stafford in the offense. So I'll say that much.
My
Looked like,
takeaway from it is that go ahead.
no, go ahead.
My takeaway from it is that the Rams defense is still good. The simple fact that they got 3 turnovers, and I think all 3 were in the second quarter, shows that their defense is still great, even with fucking Von Miller going to the Bills. With that being said, number one, Jalen Ramsey, what the fuck are you doing, bro? I don't know if you're
Right.
washed. I don't know what the fuck is up with you, bro, but you have been looking like some dog shit the last couple of years. And number 2, Stafford, bro. Stafford, Sean McVay. You guys? Honestly, I feel like they need to resign Odell Beckham. They need to just say we're gonna wait until he comes back in November, end of November, December, because they don't look like. Besides Cooper Kupp, they have nobody.
Yeah,
You guys signed Allen Robinson.
Yeah, they have chemistry. There's no chemistry right there. Absolutely no chemistry.
Absolutely none. Now, once again, Sean McVay does not play any of his fucking starters in preseason. So maybe if they did play something in preseason, they would have probably put up a better fight.
Right.
Maybe even fucking won, because they did have a lot of opportunities to fucking win,
Right.
but they didn't.
Like I understand that, that Stafford and Robinson didn't have a shit ton of time to build up chemistry, right? So maybe they're gonna have to force it a little bit during the season.
Yep.
And it definitely showed week 1 because Cooper Kupp was the only thing they had. But at the same time, it's like McVay is supposed to be this genius, so he has to come up with better plays that get even like no names open, like drop some shit. Like it was just horrible offensive like play calling at that point. Not to mention their offensive line looked like dog shit.
Yes, but this was a blowout game, but we'll see what happens. There's a lot of football to be played left, and once again, I feel like week 3 to 5, the Rams will start to take off once they get in their football bodies and football mindset. But here's what I really wanted to talk about: Bills and Rams lowest rating game since 2018. Now I'm not going to read through this.
Okay.
I'm not going to read through this whole article, but my question to you, CEO, is: do you think the NFL made a mistake taking the Rams and putting them in LA?
Yeah, I do think they made a mistake because who the fuck wants another California team, right? They already have like what 4 teams at this point.
Is Vegas in California?
No. So they have 3 teams, right? Because Oakland left. So
Chargers, Rams, and Niners.
And 2 of them are in LA. Like the fuck. I mean, LA doesn't need LA is not even a sports town to begin with, bro.
Well, I mean, the Lakers and the Dodgers. I mean,
yeah, even then, it's like LA just gets attention because there's LA sports fans aren't really aren't really get you attracted to the football aspect. Apparently,
I mean, USC gets a lot of attention, but I mean, that is like a bunch of fucking kids who go to the games. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah.
But like I said, they're mainly attracted to Lakers and Dodgers and that kind of bullshit. The Rams just showed up because it's LA. It's a big media market. They wanted it, and I think it did play a role in it. But St. Louis, there's nothing to do down there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, St. Louis, they had a great fan base there, and I honestly feel
they had nothing to do there, bro. In LA, you don't even have to watch sports. You have other shit you can do. And fucking St. Louis, those people had nothing to do. Fucking going to the Rams game was a big ass deal.
It's like going to the club, basically.
Right. It's like a big ass deal. So I don't their fan base would have been more I feel like it would have been less celebrities with free tickets and more actual fans.
Honestly, man, I feel like if you put this team in St. Louis, they'll be selling out every single fucking stadium.
Simple fact, especially now that they won and they're relevant. Fuck yeah.
It's the simple fact that there was more Bills fans at your brand new stadium, even though you just won the Super Bowl. The simple fact that Matthew Stafford has to do silent counts at home shows you what you fucking know. It's what, and I guess Jerry Jones said we need a team in LA. First, I don't know why the hell you're listening to Jerry Jones. He should be worried about his fucking Cowboys. But why the hell would you, if you want to move the Chargers to LA, okay, that's fine. Because I mean, San Diego, LA, it is what it is. Even though San Diego, they have a big fan base. I can understand that, but moving 2 fucking teams to LA, why?
Why?
And then you just lose a new football team.
I mean, the Chargers have the same fucking problem. They both have the same problem.
But I can understand. They got Justin Herbert. I mean, San Diego and San Diego's. I mean, I'm assuming San Diego's not that far from LA.
I think they are a good time apart, but they're in the same state though.
Yeah, they're in the same state, so I can understand it. But moving a Midwest team all the way to LA and expecting them to have fans, and then you're going to give St. Louis a new football team, because I heard either A, they're going to give them a whole brand new football team and then add another team in one of your favorite countries, Canada or Mexico or London or whatever, or they're going to move Jacksonville to fucking St. Louis. But even just that, it's why move fucking the Rams to fucking LA?
Yeah, I mean, it was I mean, were they originally from LA?
I don't know.
I think they were originally from LA. And they returned home.
I mean, no one wants them.
No one wants them, but I think that's where the logic was, because originally they moved from LA, I think, to St. Louis and then back to LA. I think
Yeah,
that
but let's just be for real. Even if they were from LA, this is back in like the 50s and 60s. Ain't nobody alive from then fucking watching. Like no one. Like come on, this isn't like a 2-year, 10-year remove from it. No, this is like a fucking
okay.
century fucking move from it. You know.
Okay, so the Rams were founded in 1936 in Cleveland, Ohio.
No, that's great.
In, in 1946, the team relocated to Los Angeles. So yeah, so technically, apart from we're gonna remove Ohio, even though they're probably technically a Cleveland team. We're gonna move them. So their first like where they became relevant was in LA. But again, I think they lost all their fan base probably to the fucking Oakland
What
Raiders.
year they moved to St. Louis?
What year did they move to St. Louis? Let me
Yeah.
see. Fucking let's see. They moved to St. Louis in 1995.
I mean, but here's the thing though. They won a Super Bowl in St. Louis and been to back-to-back Super Bowls. So I mean, all the esteem went to St. Louis.
Right, and then they won a Super Bowl in Los Angeles. But the thing is, they kind of like split their fan base.
Basically, yeah.
They should have just either stayed in LA all like because if they stayed from LA from the jump, they probably would have had a fan base by now.
Yeah, especially with Kurt Warner's
Right.
bitch ass fucking winning that Super Bowl and then going back to back Super Bowls, they probably would have had a fan base.
Right, but they're just it's like a team that can't make up its fucking mind. Like they were originally from Ohio, went to LA, went to St. Louis, and now back to LA. It's like make up your fucking mind, bro.
And then honestly, just to be honest with you, is just fucking why would you have and I think you touched on this why would you move if you want to make an LA team, why not fucking just create a whole new LA team? Start from scratch.
Right. Yeah.
And then, like why even if you want to move the chart, why have two LA teams? That is so overplayed. It's like instead of having the Lakers and the Clippers, you just have two Clippers teams that no one fucking cares about.
Like at least the fucking Raiders moved to fucking Las Vegas. At least that kind of made sense.
If you move the fucking Raiders to California, there's a lot of do something like that. Because there's a lot of I'm assuming there's a lot of Raiders fans from California who fucking love the Raiders.
Right.
Do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand it. And the simple fact that they have the lowest rating since that Falcons and Eagles game since 2018, that's just honestly fucking ridiculous. Because you would think the Super Bowl champions going up against one of the teams that's favored to win the Super Bowl would draw a big rating, even if it is a blowout. And they did fucking nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like because they always want those big media markets. Like I'm like, why don't they just if they wanted to move from St. Louis, they should have went to like Alabama or something. Because if Alabama had an NFL team, they would probably never like everything would be sold out all the time.
I mean, you look at the Crimson Tide, so
right. If they had another reason to go to a football game, trust me, they're going to take it. So it would be sold out like every single time. So I don't know why they don't do that.
Because they're fucking idiots, And why would you take Jerry Jones' advice? I mean, no. I mean, Jerry Jones is a great businessman, but at the same time, I mean, come on.
He probably did have to screw him over, to be honest. Because there's no logic behind why they need to go back to LA.
Hey man, it is what it is. But
he's like all the disgruntled St. Louis fans might become Cowboys fans because they're in the South. So might as well just get rid of them.
But here's the thing, though. They're making a new team in St. Louis. They're going to get a team in 2027 or 2028.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just said it. Either they're moving they're moving the Jaguars out of Jacksonville to St. Louis, or they're creating a new team in the NFC, and they're going to make either a team in Mexico or Canada or London.
Yeah, I know they're making one in London, which is interesting. I get to say the least.
No, it's a horrible idea.
Gavin's probably going to be happy because he finally has a UK team.
Listen, Gavin, we don't want your sheep-loving people watching our sport, all right? You guys should be fucking somewhere making a mural for the fucking queen somewhere. But anyways.
Right. Yeah, facts. Yeah, what were you going to say?
It is like beyond, I don't understand. Why do we need new teams? Why? Like,
I
it's
mean,
just
I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with them, I guess, moving the Jaguars to St. Louis because they're irrelevant and fucking what's his?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jackson. Like, the fuck is the Jacksonville? Like, the fuck is that?
I feel
Like,
like I feel like if you move it to St. Louis, they'll probably be more relevant. The fans will be better.
yeah, they'll be relevant because in Florida you already got the Dolphins and you got Tampa Bay. That's enough. You don't need a team in fucking Jacksonville or Tallahassee, wherever the fuck they are at. Like, it's just like move them to St. Louis if you want them to have a team. But if we create another team, and then they're probably going to want to create, and then they're probably going to want to create another team. It's not going to stop.
I'm not a really big fan of the international team or the global teams because, like, football is an American sport. Like, I'm not a big fan of the the Raptors or the fucking the Blue Jays. We're gonna make a team in Mexico. No one wants a bunch of fucking Mexicans mowing their lawns trying to throw footballs. No, I don't want that shit. I don't want a bunch of London assholes with their fucking goats or sheep or whatever they fucking ride now. Can you imagine Gavin riding out on a fucking sheep for like the fucking the London fucking I don't know fucking the London teacups or whatever they're gonna call them?
Yes, yeah, he's gonna be like, yes, mate, yes.
So I mean, I'm not really a big proponent of that.
I hope if they do make a London team, I hope they call them the Monarchs just to fuck over Gavin because I know he hates Monarchs. I hope they named it like the London Queens or some shit like that. It's just gonna be hilarious.
They name it after this bitch that just died. What's her name?
Queen Elizabeth. Yeah.
The London Elizabeth's goats or whatever. We don't need this shit. Listen, just move. Listen, Jacksonville, the Jaguars they're just horrible. I mean, come on. I mean, even like CEO, I would put my money on it that the Florida Gators, the Florida State Seminoles are more popular than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They are.
So why don't you move the fucking Jaguars to St. Louis and problem solve? You can keep them in the AFC. You make St. Louis happy.
Right. I mean, if they're going to open more NFL teams, at least give them to the states that don't have them. Like, if you're going to do it, at least do that. But I don't see what's the point of like making a team in like fucking Ireland or some shit like that. Like, like they're gonna be like the Dublin McGregors or some shit like that.
Well, the Scotland. I don't fucking know. I don't care. The Gingers.
I don't even think they have enough fans to fill up a stadium.
I don't even think London has enough fans to fill up a stadium. I feel like that's just a lot of Americans that fucking buy tickets over there just to visit there and fucking watch the games because it's more cheaper.
Like, I feel like the people who like maybe they have fans, but it's like a 1-year thing, right? Like, it's like an event, but I don't think they go every fucking Sunday, bro.
No, that's my point. They don't go like it's not like it's just an American sport. That's like what makes football.
They'll like. I feel like people will go out to see it like if it's once a year. Yeah, I guess, but not every Sunday. Like maybe Americans that live over there like it, but like most of those people like soccer. They don't like fucking football.
I mean, let's just be for when you can't make an American sport global and expect Americans to like it. Like, I mean, I love Giannis. I really do. I love Luka. I really do. You can't make them the face of your league, NBA. I'm sorry, you can't. Especially since you can clearly see they have a really thick accent. It's like, what the fuck? You need to make a Zion your face. A Curry your face.
I mean, yeah, not Zion because he's not that good. But
I mean, he has the name. He has a lot of charisma. I mean, he still has a big fan base, even though he has.
Yeah, but I don't want to force it if he's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you get what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, I mean, because we're heading that way. Because I feel like after the old guard leaves, most of the good players are foreign at that point. Because you got Giannis, you got Luka, you got Jokic.
That's bad. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying they're bad play, but like, just look at when Jordan retired and Olajuwon was your face. The ratings went down.
Olajuwon, oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, we have to see because even before LeBron became a cuck, I feel like he did help to a certain degree.
And even when you had like Tim Duncan as like the face from like 99 to like 01 before Shaq really took off, the ratings were very fucking down. I don't know. There's just something about like Americans want to see Americans play. Like we really don't want to like just like if you were like if the best. I don't. What's
like,
a
I
English?
agree. I do think Americans. I don't fall into that category. I really don't care personally.
Yeah.
Like if Giannis was the face of the league, I wouldn't care. I think that's fine. But I know I do agree with you that I think most people prefer if it was an American because it's an American sport.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you on that premise in general.
I mean, just honest, it's kind of like the fact that it felt weird when the Toronto Raptors won the NBA Finals. It was like, what?
And by the way, I feel like these teams, like these foreign teams, are going to have a hard time keeping players because look at Kawhi. Like even Drake putting him on his record label, he's like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm out." Like,
yeah, Scotty Barnes is probably going to leave. Kyle Lowry leaves eventually.
Like a lot of these, like who wants to go live in like fucking London to play a game, and then you got to go.
NFL players want to go live in London,
but it's not even like on top of that. If like they have to fly, I mean they have to fly extra like super long. They're going to be disadvantaged. The players that have to play over there are going to be disadvantaged. They're not going to like it because the long ass flights more than regular. Like it's going to take a lot more to fly across different countries.
And not only that, don't the London games start at like 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching early as
well, but see, I remember me and you were arguing about this. You said you didn't mind the team in London. Now do you understand where I was coming from? Like this
no, like here's the thing. That's the thing. I don't mind a team in London, but I don't. But I'm talking about for the majority of the people, right? Like I'm talking about.
You're saying for not for yourself, but just the majority is a very bad.
I personally don't give a fuck, but I'm not the majority. The majority I think probably agrees with you.
Yeah,
they don't want. I mean, but I can understand your point of view too. Like, I can understand it from the player's perspective of like if I was a player, I don't want to go to London and
like see. Okay, do you want to fucking wake up at like 8 o'clock to watch the Ravens and the London Gavin goat fuckers? Like no.
No, and if I'm a player, I don't want to go to a different country and go back and forth and then I have to follow the country's different rules. I like it's just a lot of logistical problems, headaches that I feel like is unnecessary. And also, like if it made monetary sense, I guess, but I don't know. I just don't think opening it like Mexicans. I don't think Mexicans like. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but I just don't. I don't think. I think they like soccer. I don't think they like football for the vast majority of them. Or they might even like baseball a little bit more than they like football. That's how like
because football. The reason why football is so popular is because it's ours. It's an American sport. That's why I feel like the NBA and the baseball kind of like fell down is because it came too global. It's I mean, now personally, like, we don't mind it, but I mean, just the majority of Americans, we kind of want to see our guys from like homegrown America.
Like I understand,
like it's just, I mean,
the problem with globalism in sports could be like with, and I can understand why people don't want it to happen. Like I can understand because if like let's say China gets a team, right? Then
oh my fucking, I'm done with sports. I'm done.
No, but if China gets an NFL team, right? Like then the league is going to want to cater to China, just like the NBA caters to China politically, right?
Can you imagine if Puerto Rico got an NFL team?
Puerto Rico got an NFL. Yo, that'd be horrible. That'd be horrible.
The Puerto Rican TOP monies.
But I just don't think. I think like if I'm running the NFL, like I'm not gonna. Like I understand why people want to branch out to other countries, but at the same time, if it's not broke, well, I'm not gonna try to like break it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not broke.
Some of your fan base. Like, why don't you try to fix some of your fan bases in the fucking like in America before you try to like try to fix the LA market before you try to go to London?
Like if I'm the commissioner, I'm gonna worry about like maximizing the experience at home before I like branch out to different countries. Like I'm gonna worry about more about making the experience better. Then because if at some point if you globalize, like everything that globalizes too much ends up becoming shit because it spreads out everything too thin. Like
Yeah, like can you imagine the best quarterback in the NFL being a Chinese guy? Like, oh my god,
and
it
not
makes
to
me sick
mention
to my
that
stomach.
the amount of talent in the league is going to end up depleting because you're going to have to spread players around. And that's never going to work out that well. The foreign players are going to be disadvantaged. They're not going to be playing that well, so it's going to open up a lot more opportunities for like people who wouldn't have made the NFL before. So there's that aspect,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like
and all this diverse shit. So you're like a Chinese
yeah,
guy's gonna get like a opportunity over like
yeah,
some like black kid like
yeah.
for diverse reasons.
Here's the thing: where the Chinese, like, if they ever got a team, like China would like force their people to watch it, so they can get like a shit ton
Oh
of
god.
ratings, and that way China can have influence over the NFL. That's what they do with the NBA. Like, so they're gonna be like,
But hold on, CEO, not to cut you off, bro. But once you open that fucking Pandora's box, we make a team in London, we make a team in Canada. We're gonna start off with like London and Canada and stuff, and then maybe Mexico. We
I mean,
all fucking like we know China's gonna
China's
be like,
gonna want
oh,
one.
we can make some money.
China's gonna eventually want one. You know it's gonna happen. Like the Chinese always want, even if they don't need it, they want it. Like they're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
it's a fact.
like they're like, do you think they give a fuck about like the fucking NBA? Like probably not, but everybody else has one, so they want to have one and they want to have influence over it. So that's probably gonna if the NFL is gonna be like, okay, well, we're gonna have to have like you're gonna start seeing like like the London flag at fucking like giant like a Giants game. You're gonna be seeing the Chinese flag at a Giants game. You know how they always have like multiple different flags of different countries. Well,
Chinese fucking flag, a Russian
yeah,
flag.
you're gonna have all that
That's gonna
shit.
turn off your family. It's really gonna turn off that's like the whole NFL is like patriarch. Like they're already fucking going down with all this woke shit. Imagine you have to have American flag and a fucking Russian flag. That's gonna kill the fan base right there.
Right, and then yeah, it's gonna definitely be. I guess the only difference is if they had a team like in Saudi Arabia. I guess they probably wouldn't let women referee that shit. So I guess that's probably gonna be your new favorite team.
Oh yeah, the way of the yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Have a bunch of women fucking cooking, and then the guys just slap them upside the head with their helmet. That'd be pretty cool. But I mean, it's still the principle of it is that listen, and listen. I love Elijah, Duncan, Giannis, and all, but you need American sport. That's just a fact. I mean, come on. I mean, when you think of the top players, most popular players, they're all Americans. I'm talking about the NFL. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm still hoping because Goodell is money hungry as shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these fucking owners. So, but I won't speak that. I want to see what they do with Jacksonville, see what they do with them. I'm hoping they move them to St. Louis. I wouldn't be mad about that. But just the NBA and baseball to a certain extent, it's like the majority of the most popular players, LeBron, Curry, KD, and then the MLB, Bryce Young, Mike Trout, they're all Americans. There's a reason for that.
Right.
I mean, it's just I understand it.
Yeah, I understand.
But anyways, we got a little NBA talk in there, but CEO has busy. Is there anything you want to say?
No, I mean, just I hope the Ravens take care of business and the Bears get their shit knocked in. I hope that happens. That's pretty much
Now,
all.
would you be upset if the Giants won tomorrow?
No, why would I be upset?
You're not the biggest Daniel Jones fan, so
No, I mean I don't I don't think he's right for the Giants, but it doesn't mean I inherently want them to lose. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like their dick suckers, but apart from that, I have no problem with Giants. Who are they playing again?
Titans.
See, I want y'all to win because I fucking hate the Giants and they're in the fucking conference.
You mean Titans?
Yeah, Titans. Same thing with the Cardinals. I want them to win tomorrow. I mean, yeah. So
here's the thing, though. We don't have Kayvon, and we also lost Ojulari, so that's gonna be a
oh
real
my
big.
god, what the fuck happened? What happened to him?
I have no idea. I just found out he was injured. Kayvon got fucked up in preseason. You know about that, and then our secondary's trash. So
Jesus,
I'm not very calm. My manager says we're gonna win by a touchdown, but especially with Daniel Jones' bitch ass out there, I don't want to fucking get into it. But is there anything you want to say before we head up out of here?
Other than fuck the peasants, no.
All right. Another Unfiltered Sports Podcast. Next week, we'll have a regular show and we'll talk a lot about it, especially week 2 coming up. Well, week 1 in the books, and we can talk a lot about that. But yeah, man, peace out.
Peace out.